I'm doing a quick fit check. I literally couldn't decide what to wear with these bike shorts. This is a tank top. These bike shorts my sister gave them to me. And this tank top, my sister thrifted it and gave it to me. This has no label. This, I don't feel like checking right now. I'll let you guys know later. Leg warmers and ballet flats and this cute little secondhand necklace I got from eBay. And my vintage Gucci sunnies that I've had for like 10 years. And yeah, this is it. Just finished eating my huevos con weenie. Oh my god, I forget how satisfying and bomb eggs and weenies are. The fit, cute, simple. You know how I do.
Taking their temperature with a thermometer and asking the child if they feel any of the above symptoms. You will then document that you have performed a health check on the child on your name to face form. Yourself should turn away from their food and their friends. Reminders are going to be given over and over again to help curb the spread of COVID-19 in our programs. And lastly, when seating children for snack or lunchtime, follow the CDC guidelines for recommended space between children.
I'm doing my training right now for my job. I needed a coffee because this shit it's like 5 hours long, but I'm halfway done, so I'm almost done. I feel like I'm being such an ungrateful little butthole. Should be grateful to be getting a job, you know? Like, there's a lot of people struggling right now to get a job, you know? And sometimes you have to do things you don't necessarily want to do to get to where you want to be, right? You know? And I feel like I'm going into it like, you know, when I should be going into it more open-minded and being like, you know what, like, if I like it, I like it, and if I don't, I'll just find something else in the meantime, you know? But to be honest, I'd rather work with children than to work with adults, because adults are just, I'm just kidding, but yeah, you know, it's gonna be a different thing to work with children. And maybe God or the universe put this opportunity in my life to maybe change my mind about having kids, or the way that I feel about kids in general. Like, I don't feel any bad way towards kids. I just feel like you know, I've always said that I didn't want to have kids. I'm kind of warming up to the idea because I do want to have a family with like my husband and stuff, you know. And, you know, maybe this is practice for when I have my own kid. Even though I've been practicing since I was like 11 years old by like always being there for my sisters and taking care of them and stuff like that. So, you know, always just being there, you know. So I feel like I took on that responsibility at a really young age. So that's why I grew into the whole like, I don't want to have kids at a certain age, because I was like, I literally have been raising kids since I was like 11 years old and I don't want it. But, you know, who knows? Like, I think one of the things that, there's like so many factors for me especially when it comes to like having kids, because like I don't want to be selfish, you know. I want to be aware of like I am so aware of the fact that like the world right now isn't really like the best, you know. And I know it's never going to be perfect, you know what I mean, but like I feel like, you know, I don't know, I just feel like when I have a kid, I'm gonna be 100% completely responsible for them and how they turn out to be, you know. And that's why I'm like taking the time now to kind of just, you know, reflect on myself and, you know, kind of heal like a lot of things that I've pushed back for years and stuff, so I could potentially be like a good emotionally available mother to my kids. Because I feel like I, you know, grew up in a very emotionally unavailable and neglected environment, and just like financially not okay either, which like financially when it comes to having kids, like it's like a big deal, I would say, because I knew the issues at a really young age of what like financially my family was struggling with. So I knew it, I was aware of it, I felt the energy, it really took me down. So I saw that and I was aware of that. I was aware that the financial stuff was a huge strain in the relationship that my mom and dad had. So like that was the reason why they ended up not being together and they got divorced when I was 11. And it was just like, you know, that's why now like I'm almost 30, I'm gonna be 30 in March, and I feel like, you know, I need to really start thinking about like what I really want my future to be, and that's why I'm like working really hard. I don't want to work hard, that's the thing. I feel like I'm not meant to work hard anymore. I feel like I've done that for a young age, like since I was like 15 years old, just always finding ways to make money and trying to get money and this and that, you know. Like I just don't want to be in the hustle mindset, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, it's like so much. I know it's so much. I feel like I go from one topic and then from another, but overall I'm really grateful for my life right now. I'm grateful that for the opportunities. I'm grateful that I get to invest time now in what I love, and I've gotten to know myself very well to where I recognize what is that I love and what is the type of future that I want for myself and the type of life that I want to live, you know. And I don't want to live a hard life. I want my life to be easy, and I know that sounds some type of way, and a lot of people are gonna be like, what? But life isn't easy. Life is hard. Like, it's hard because you say it is. If you're constantly telling yourself that life is going to be hard, then it's going to be hard. If I constantly tell myself my life is going to be easy, it's going to be easy because I said so, and mentally I'm programming myself for it to be easy, even in the times where I might have some difficulties, and you know, because that's just life, you know what I mean. But I feel that those hard times, we build like an emotional attachment to those hard times, and when we build that emotional attachment to those hard times, we kind of like have them like stored in our memory and kind of like just there, you know, and it's so highlighted in our brain that we're like always thinking like, yeah, life is hard, especially because we build the emotional attachments to the hard times, you know. I think for me, I don't want to have any attachments. I just want to feel like my life is easy, and whenever a situation arises where it's inconvenient, or you know, it's time for like something that arises where like maybe it's time for me to walk away or let go, like I don't want to emotionally attach myself to those things and thinking like, yeah, and like fuck, like this is so hard, like, you know what I'm saying. Like, I want it to be easy. That's why I've worked so hard mentally and emotionally, to where whenever a problem arises in my life, I handle it with poise, with ease, with grace, and it gets done. you know, and it works in my favor each and every time. I do believe that life is about confidence a lot of the time, like being confident in the decisions that you make no matter what, and having positive expectations, you know, like from everything, like always having a positive expectation, like why wouldn't it turn out positive? Like I grew up always having negative expectations of everything, so it naturally turned out to be negative because I've always expected it to be negative. So like I said, I kind of built that emotional attachment to those things, and I just kind of grew into coming into like situations and having like a negative expectation. But now I'm just kind of like, no, like I don't have those emotional attachments. I go into things with grace and with ease and with love, and I have the highest expectations. And if it doesn't turn out my way, I know that it's the universe working in my favor and, you know, trying to push me to something better for me. That's just the mentality that I want to have, you know. And I feel like it is realistic for me, you know. It doesn't have to be realistic for everybody. It's like I've always said one thing I'm always gonna say, like one thing that I'm like, I keep saying that is that when I have conversations with people, or like, you know, I'm having a conversation with you guys right now, I'm not here to convince you to change your mind. Like I'm not here to change anybody's mind and how they believe, and I'm not here to tell you that the way that you believe, your beliefs have been set up is wrong. You know, it's not. It's your truth, and that's just what it is. Like I said, like for me, like this is my truth. I'm sharing my truth. I'm sharing how I feel. I'm in no way, shape, or form trying to convince anybody to change their beliefs or to change the way that they live. This is me, and I'm inviting you guys to kind of go along in my journey on how I kind of navigate myself through life, you know, in a very easy and graceful way, because I'm a woman. And as a woman, I feel, especially as women, I feel that our lives are not supposed to be so hard. We're literally portals to the spirit world. We do so much for Mother Earth. We are so special. And I'm not saying that we're better than any species. I'm talking about it like we're animals. But I'm not saying that we're better than men or anything like that, but we hold such a special power. And I feel that when women are calm and deal with life situations with grace and with love and with intuition, is how we tap into our power and how we thrive in life, by just being in our feminine power of just trusting our intuition, you know, letting go when we need to, and, you know, doing everything with love and empathy and compassion. And yeah, so that's my little two thoughts, and I'm still doing my training right now. I have to do a quiz, but you know, so crazy because like after every little course that they have in this training, I have to take a quiz, and I literally paid no attention to like the courses at all. I'm literally just like raw dogging them and just kind of like whatever, I'm like cleaning or doing something on the side while I have it on, you know. And I always tell myself like, oh my god, these quizzes are so easy, like before I even take them, like I'm gonna pass it, like it's just common sense questions, like duh. And I pass it. I don't even know what the hell it's even like, you know, I don't even know. I'm like, okay, true. I read obviously the question, and then I go through the answers, the you know, whatever, the multiple choices, and I just pick and I get it right, and I'm like, yeah, that's a mentality, because I'm confident. You know, I go in taking these quizzes with confidence, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna pass it. I'm gonna pass it because I'm a fucking smart woman. I'm fucking smart. I'm intelligent. I got this. I got this. And if I, you know, there's been a couple quizzes where I didn't pass, but I retake them and then I pass. And you know, I just came from Wingstop and I'm trying the new chicken sandwich. I got the garlic parmesan flavor. It's pretty good. Oh yes, thankfully. I forgot to say no pickles, but they didn't put pickles, so let's cheers. That's fire. Fit check. Fit check. Okay, this is my fit. It is 90 degrees today. I'm already sweating. I'm wearing these little sandals from Zara, this shirt from Almighty, Oh My Weekend, or whatever the fuck it's called, and these flared like yoga pants from Los Angeles Apparel. And that's the fit. Simple and cute and pink and girly. And yeah. This is the fit. It's giving Tomb Raider meets Rick Owens, you know, because this top is like, it's helmet length, but it's giving Rick Owens. And then like, you know. And then I have this little cross necklace. I don't know if I should put this bracelet just to give it a more like edgier vibe, you know, like, oh my god, edgy. She's so cool. She's so interesting. Who is she? I want to know her. I want to be friends with her. I want her to be a creative director. I want her to, you know, she's the girl. She's it. She is it. You know, it's like simple. Like, this is like elevated minimalism. You know what I mean? Like, it's this tank that's drapey, but it's like, it's simple, it's minimal, but it's elevated. Duh. It is so hot. Do you even want to get coffee in this heat? I wanted to go to the park and stuff and, you know, like read and, oh my god. It's like 99 right now. And it's 9 a.m. That's insane. Should I even go get coffee now? It's too hot.